put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
it was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just man, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccaneers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then come out and make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccaneers at wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccaneers. You're tapped in, and here we go. Howdy ho, howdy hey, how the hell are you? Happy Saturday Showdown. We got Toy joining us. Tomorrow game is an early glimpse of who the early Super Bowl contenders are. Ride the hot quarterback. Baker Mayfield, as our guy Bud says, better Mayfield. Love Baker, the nickname and everything in between. Tampa Tones alongside J-Lo. Please mute with the dogs. J-Lo, how you doing, brother? Welcome back.
Good, brother. Good. Another Saturday Showdown. Big game tomorrow, like Toy said. It's going to be a hot one.
It is going to be a hot one, going to be a toasty one, but the Bucs are used to that. However, the Eagles are making such a big deal of it, and they're just afraid, it seems like, to travel to the heat. Never thought that would be possible, but hey, home field advantage. The great Richard T says, good morning, fellas. Worse and Godwin are back. Need Luke, Mike, and McMillan back. It'd be nice to get Izzian back as well. E-Money joining, infiltrating the show. Eagles 45, Tampa 17. There you go. Somebody had a good dream last night. That's some good stuff right there. But we got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to get started here right away on our Saturday Showdown weekend to football kickoff show. We thank you all for joining each and every Saturday as usual. It's a huge Saturday, no time to waste. We got a lot of great college football matchup. We got Eagles, Bucs, Colts, Rams, huge slate of NFL, huge slate of college, huge fantasy things to talk about. It's already week 4 in the world of fantasy football. Our breadwinners, we went 3-0 last week on that as well. So good to see there. J-Lo, we're going to start off with some Eagles Buccaneers talk early. And it was reported this morning, something that we all assumed by Adam Schefter. Godwin versus Baker, never a doubt with Baker, and really never a doubt after how we've seen practice unfold this week with Godwin and worse either. But J-Lo looks like the Bucs are going to be getting healthier in this one. Worse being back is huge because Barton could go home at center, Bredesen could go home at left guard, and you have your whole left to center offensive line in place. And then you could have possible rotational backups at right guard, right tackle until Gedeke comes back. You still got Charlie Heck out there, Michael Jordan. And by the way, he never comes up on the injury reports technically because he's on the practice squad. They don't come up on the active roster. Injury reports, you still got Sue Opeta, Dan Freeney, Eli Klein, J-Lo. So the list goes on and on and on. Step in the right direction for the Bucs, although you lose Evans, you gain worse, and you gain Godwin.
I mean, it couldn't come at a better time, especially with all these injuries going on the first 3 weeks of the season for us. It was obvious that it was most likely both these two were going to return by the Eagles game. If not, don't you think they would have put them on the PUP list? But they didn't, which is good. That means there was confidence that they were going to be back a lot sooner than later. You know, the offensive line is going to be somewhat a bit better, a little bit more hole on the left side. The right side, we'll see, but I'm confident Charlie Heck, like most people are. I think he'll be fine where he's at until Gedeke gets back. I mean, we're going to get to a really good team, man. The Eagles' D-line is no joke. But at the same time, I'm confident with Tristan being back, we should be able to move the ball pretty decent against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Agreed. And Richard says, even if Eagles win, I'm not too stressed about it. We'll see them again in playoffs, and we all know who owns that matchup. J-Lo, do you share the same thoughts and sentiment as that? If the Bucs drop this one, remember, very tough stretch. Eagles, Seattle. And then that's all we'll talk about for now because we don't want to look too far ahead. But J-Lo, enters a very tough stretch here. What does this game mean to you if the Bucs do drop it?
I mean, this could be very much like I believe Toy said. This could be a championship future type game, you know, environment. I mean, this is for like basically number 1 seed type of, you know, environment. If you think about it, yeah, it's too early to say that, but at the same time, though, I mean, we being Bucs fans, you know, Philadelphia's pretty much become our rivalry. So to me, you know, if we lose, it's not the worst, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? One game at a time. But I'm confident that, you know, we can beat this team, especially at home in the heat. You know, I definitely don't see a 45-17 blowout. That's just complete BS. I don't see that happening at all. But I say a close one for sure.
I agree on that. We'll get into score and player of the game predictions here shortly live on the Buccaneers. A great James Rubright says, good morning, men. The Godfather is in the house. Good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in as always. Morning, fellas. Buckin here. We have the great Buckin in the house saying agreed. If we win 2 out of our next 4 games, I consider that a success. Exactly. The goal is to win 3 out of the next 5, get to the bye week at about 6-2. That would be marvelous if you could somehow pull that off in a really tough 5-game stretch. Trisha, we love our lady listeners. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. Beautiful day in Tampa Bay, I'm sure. Is that right, J-Lo, or how's it looking over there?
Kind of rainy right now. It's raining, which is fine. I don't mind the rain now. Let it rain today.
Cool it off a little bit.
Couldn't agree more. It's going to be a hot one tomorrow, but yeah, we got rain today.
Yeah, take the rain while you can because tomorrow's going to be, you'll be feeling like you're in a bird bath with that sweat. But J-Lo, real quick, the Eagles never really played too well in our heat. We've seen examples of that. I know. Sorry, and misinformed, but the rain is good. The rain is good. Sorry you had to cancel your fishing plans. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago. Come on up. Take a flight. Only about 2.5, 3 hours for you folk, and you can join me here, and then we'll fly you back tomorrow in time for the Bucs-Eagles game. How about that? But J-Lo, Donovan McNabb has had issues here before when the Eagles played. He puked in a game because of the heat, and now all of a sudden they're talking about spending extra days and time in the sauna to try and prep for this heat. Is this overblowing to you?
I think it is. I mean, one day extra to get used to the heat. It doesn't really work like that. You're just gonna hang out in the hotel game plan for the most part. So I don't understand that. You know what I mean? I mean, I think they practiced in Philly, then they flew out yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But at the end of the day, I just don't see any point to it. I mean, I think it's not a great strategy, in my opinion.
I agree, J-Lo, and we are live on the Buccaneers. We are here, J-Lo, myself, soon to be joined by Joey Nips from Cleveland, me as well, talking all Bucs Eagles, a lot of big matchups here on the show. Jimmy, what's up, boys? Turning in from Chi-Town, baby. Love the show. The great Jimmy C in the house. We love our guy Jim. Slim Jim in the house, a true American patriot. J-Lo, I want to ask you this now as we seep deeper into this game. The Eagles have a lot of playmakers, both sides of the football. Great lines, great trench play, obviously getting great play from Jalen Hurts as well as the weeks go by. Who is your Eagles player to look out for? If you look around at the Philadelphia Eagles team, a lot to choose from, but who are you choosing for their player to look out for?
So on the defense side of the ball, I can't really name one player, but I'll say the D line. You got to look out for their D line. They're very strong, very talented, top 10 in my opinion. I feel like one of those guys is definitely going to give a lot of fits, on the right side of the line. That's what I'm kind of looking into when it comes to the whole D line. On offense, of course, A.J. Brown. There's been bit taught that, the last couple games we played the Eagles, he did not play. He's definitely playing tomorrow. So that's one player on the offense side of the ball to look out for, especially with the matchups. But our DB's been playing pretty well, so it'll be interesting to see with the bigger test in A.J. Brown.
Definitely will be. So you're going Eagles D-line as your number one choice, son. Yeah, that sounds about right. And we've seen the impact that they make week in and week out. And it's kind of funny. All the national media is saying, "Oh my gosh, all the Bucs do is win close games, and they're lucky to be 3-0." But the Eagles have won 3 close games, and they're probably lucky to be 3-0. So I don't really want to hear it, J-Lo. That's media bias to me.
No, I couldn't agree more. A win's a win, no matter how ugly it gets. In the words of Herman Edwards, you play to win the game by any means.
Hello, you play to win the game.
The game. I mean,
or your buddy Gundy. How about your buddy Gundy? I'm a man. I'm 40.
God bless that man. That's all I can really say. Oh, man. Best of luck to him in his future. That's all I can really say about Mr. Gundy.
I could see him in the broadcast booth soon. For those wondering, old Oklahoma State coach. He was that coach, J-Lo. He got named the Oklahoma State head coach, and he was like 25 years old. That's a pretty impressive run to be the head coach of a program for about 30, 32 years. Hats off to him, and I just want to say good luck. I could see him in the broadcast booth or on like Big Ten Kickoff or something like that here soon.
No, absolutely. He's very entertaining. Fortunately, fall time came catching up on him with his coaching, but he may get another opportunity in the future. But broadcast is definitely in the future for him. He's not totally out of football, that's for sure.
Listen, and we've seen it this year. Is a great Olive joins us. We love our lady listeners. Good morning, guys. Go Penn State. We are
Penn State.
In college, Igbuka owns DeJean and Mitchell. Yeah, Cooper DeJean, he was owned by Igbuka in college. We're going to get back to the Bucs here quickly. But, J-Lo, it's just amazing because this Penn State game today, biggest game of the weekend. Could they finally get over the hump? Could James Franklin get over the hump? I can't wait to talk about that one. And if you guys missed it, J-Lo does talk about it on his campus kickoff, weekend of football kickoff show, college quick glimpse, about 15 minutes long. Check it out every week. It's about to be moving up in the world, as right now it's Thursdays with kickoff happening on Thursdays. But when college football moves to Wednesdays here in a week, it'll be on Wednesdays. And then the week after that, it'll be on Tuesdays, as J-Lo brings you the latest and greatest on a nightly basis of college football. We're not the show that only talks about the big games. Everybody does that. We talk about all the games, and that's what makes it fun. But check it out here on the Buccaneers Live. Also back is our membership opportunities available. Go on over to our YouTube channel, become a member of the Buccaneers honorary member, or be part of the Buccaneers Brigade. We offer a couple different membership opportunities on YouTube, and you get some good stuff for a cheap price. So go on over there and check it out. And we'll have super chats back in the next show as well. So some good stuff happening there. We appreciate everybody watching as well. Got news Watson might play tomorrow now due to Bucs injury at D tackle. Logan Hall is deemed to be questionable. I don't think Watson is rumored to play, but we will look. But Jason Jones tore his biceps and he's out for the year. But I don't think that's I don't really think that's gonna change Watson too much, but that is breaking news. Jason Jones is out for the year, and this is another tough blow for this Bucs team. J-Lo, damn it.
I know, man. Like shit, man. I was really looking forward to seeing that kid play, man. Man, injuries, bro. We just can't catch a break on injuries, man. Speedy recovery, Jason.
I don't think that changes Watson, do you?
No. Bowles made it known, early in the week that he was not elevating him. You can't just play a guy right away when he just signed with the practice squad. You gotta let him get acclimated to practicing with the team, And plus, I mean, I just don't see it happening. If it does, hey, more power to him.
It won't happen.
But Bowles already made it known. He flat out said no, he's not elevating him early in the week. So I don't see it happening.
As much as we would like it to, J-Lo, because we're Watson guys, it's just not time and it ain't going to happen. But breaking news, the Bucs suffer another big blow, another season-ending injury. This time the big man, Jason Jones, who would have been helping. And there you go. Bud Cannibalist confirms what we're talking about. Per Greg Allman, Watson will not play, and that's what J-Lo and I agreed with and said as well. As much as we'd love to see Watson, and maybe it was a thought at one point in time, I still think he has to get in a little bit better football shape, work out a little bit. And J-Lo, I like what the big Elijahs bring to the table. Both of the rookie Elijahs, I think, are ready to eat, hungry. So you got those two. You got Greg Gaines. You got Vita Vea. I mean, this is a team that's down, and I think Logan Hall is underrated personally. He'll probably suck it up and play at some capacity tomorrow. This is a team that still has a pretty good amount of D linemen on it, even given the Cansey and Jones and David Walker injuries at this point.
Well, plus Corey Brewer. He got elevated to the roster as well.
Brewer programs as well.
He's another one that's kind of underrated, good.
He not only got elevated, J-Lo, not to cut you off, but he got signed to the active.
Correct, yes. He signed with the roster as they put O'Keefe on IR to create a roster spot for him. So either way, I'm comfortable with what we have going to Sunday's game. I think definitely we got enough depth at the D-line position to where Logan Hall doesn't have to do it all, on his spot, the D-line, because they got Elijah Roberts, who felt pretty well last week.
Just upset about all our injuries every single time, J-Lo. It's like J.J. Roberts out for the year, Kalijah Cansey out for the year, David Walker out for the year, Jason Jones out for the year, Cody Mock out for the year, O'Keefe out for the year, Gadecki out, Evans out, Michael Jordan out. You had Godwin out. It's battling, but this team is battling. And as they all say, next man up mentality, J-Lo. And that's why I'm going with my player of the game tomorrow is going to be Vita Vea. Bring it on, Eagles. We're down Jason Jones. We're down Kalijah Cansey. We got the Aura Farmer, baby. Let's go. We Aura farming all day. Big man Vita is coming to say we have an advantage with the tush push today. I'm calling on you, Elijah Simmons. Step up tomorrow, big fella. Step up, young man. I think you're going to have a great game tomorrow as well. Big Greg Gaines, we need you. You've been playing great. I don't care if you're dropping back in coverage or playing at that line. You look beautiful either way. But by God, make sure you put your nose in the ground and stand the damn line tomorrow against this Eagles team. Yeah, that's what they all say. That's what the media said. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad. J-Lo, I really like seeing stuff like this because I think that really encourages this Bucs team and Baker Mayfield to be better Mayfield. And Buckin, don't worry about it. Let him gloat. This is what they do. They talk tough when it's not game time. Don't even be mad. Just tip your cap and say, good luck tomorrow. And when we win, we'll just look back and laugh.
Exactly. I mean, don't get on their level. They're going to do what they want to do to push you over your limits. By now, that's just the way they are. Don't let them get to you, Bucs fans. Just enjoy the game, watch it, and we'll see what happens.
We do appreciate the policing of the chats. Being reigning champs has nothing to do with the team's success against one. I have no idea the correlation there, but hey, good for you. If you know, that makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense, because what happened when the Bucs played them last season? That's all I could really say. Richard, I felt Tristan Wirfs being out so early was an omen of the collectible injuries to come. I was trying to be positive. Brother, we beat you last year. Exactly. I love when the chat polices us, J-Lo. I love these guys. Bucks, Rays, Bolts, Buckin. We love you.
No, we do. I mean, like at the end of the day, we're not intimidated by the Philadelphia Eagles at all. I don't care what our injuries are, because we got some talented players. We're a talented team. That's all I can really say. You know, we're built to win football games at any means necessary.
Hey, put it this easy, and then we're moving on, because we, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, beat you, the Philadelphia Eagles, many times besides one the past couple of seasons. That is how we own you, okay? Plain and simple. I know I got to break it down like that because it's very complicated, but we, the Bucs, have more wins than you, the Eagles, against each other. See how this works. See how simple that is. It's called having a team's number. Welcome to the real world. The Saints had our number for years. It is what it is. Now we have yours. Yeah, I'm not saying, just saying, yeah, I'll be back Sunday as well, brother. You can find me at Tampa Tones on Twitter and at JLo Tampa 813 on Twitter. We'll be happy to converse with you. Cleve and me checking in. Philly fans are like when you forget to fold. Oh my Lord, JLo, I'm not even going to read that.
That's just the first couple of words, and I already know where it was going.
Oh boy,
I love our Commodores.
Man, this is awesome. And Biza's stepping up too. Look at that. I took a pill in a Biza because Avicii thought I was cool. No, I'm kidding. Wow. I don't know Avicii, but cheers. Do you know the history between these teams? Exactly. Bud, no, you won't. We had AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Lane Johnson out each game. We lost. Boy. You mean the one game, last year's game. And it is what it is. It's part of football. It's part of football. Injuries are part of football. So good luck to you. We hope, J-Lo, let's move on, and that's that. But we hope you're the best tomorrow. It is what it is. And you are live here on the Buccaneers. I went with Vita Vea as my player of the game to look out for. And on the Bucs side, J-Lo, you haven't named yours yet. You named the Eagles D-line is your player to look out for the Eagles. For the Eagles, I'm going to look out for Jalen Hurts, because this is a guy, J-Lo, who could do it all. He's a very good quarterback. He could scramble. But I think what the Bucs have to their advantage is they were actually able to play a scrambler last week in Tyrod Taylor to kind of prepare for a guy like Jalen Hurts. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is the better of the two at the quarterback position, but at least having the same skill set for the matter back-to-back weeks, J-Lo, is at least a little helpful.
No, I couldn't agree more. It was definitely a good, comparison for sure between Tyrod Taylor last week going to Jalen Hurts. Hurts struggles against Tabo's defense, so it'll be interesting to see how he really does, if he got any better playing against us. So we'll see. That's a good one though.
It is a good one. Biza, good luck, Philly. I hope it's a fun game to watch. Exactly. That's all we could do is wish him luck, hope him well, and then hope it's a good one, and hope the Bucs end up on the better, which we will. I'm confident in that, J-Lo. And who are you going to pick, speaking of confidence, and your Bucs player to look out for? Who are you confident in on this Bucs team to make a big impact tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern, Eagles, Bucs, with Tom, Patrick, Edward, Brady on the call?
I'm going to have to go with Sterling Shepard. I think Shep's going to make some, key first down conversions on those third downs. I think he's going to be a key contributor to where I think he's going to have probably his best game with the Buccaneers, because obviously Ibuka is going to be, shadowed a lot more because he's the real deal. We kind of
That
realized
would
that.
be fun though, Buckin. A blowout is what's fun to me.
Blowout does sound fun, but at the end of the day, I mean, I just want to see a good game, and we'll see what happens. That's all we can really say. But back to Shepard, I think he's going to be a key contributor. Him and Baker got great chemistry. Great to see Tom Brady back in Tampa. He was there last year when we played the Eagles, so that's going to be fun to hear him commentate, even though I'll be at the game. But I know you'll get to enjoy hearing him, commentate in tones.
J-Lo, Servachier Dennis obviously been a problem in coverage for this Buccaneers team this season so far. But news also came out on Saquon Barkley this week that he tips his pitches out of the backfield a little bit, and you could tell when it's run versus pass. Which of these weaknesses will get fixed first? Obviously, both teams are going to try and fixate on these sort of things.
No, exactly. I feel like, it's kind of a 50-50 on both sides. Yeah, Sebastian Dennis has struggled, but at the same time, he's finally playing consistency on games because he was injured last year. And remember, he was a fifth round pick for a reason, right? It's going to take time for him to develop, and I think he'll get better. As far as Saquon hasn't been off to his best start either running the football. If you keep track of the last couple of games. So to me, I think that's the biggest key is contain Saquon on those little, quick passes and stuff like that. That's probably the biggest matchup I think I would look into when it comes to Saquon versus Sebastian Dennis.
Our guy Bud Cannibalist says Dallas Goeder, the tight end, is the one to watch out for. I like that pick. He's been a very reliable tight end for the entirety of his career in Philly. It seems like the Eagles always have a big tight end with big production. And speaking of big production, this is the 5th show of the week for the Buccaneers podcast. You can keep up with all their coverage, live shows, and more on the Buccaneers YouTube channel at Buccaneers Podcast, Buccateers space podcast. We have Campus Kickoff. We have Towing the Line. We have a dive into the 813 Tampa sports history, Man Cave Mondays, Tune Me Up Tuesdays, and Saturday Showdowns. We do it all on the Buccaneers, and we talk it all on the Buccaneers. Greetings, man. Nebraska in the house. Husker Nation checking in, J-Lo. We got Mike Puckhead. You'll meet him in Lake Geneva next August.
Looking forward to it, man. Thanks for always tuning in on Saturdays, Mike. Like I said, looking forward to meeting you. Talk football, whether it's Nebraska or my terrible Gators right now, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
And Mr. H was actually the one that was a fake surprise party. His retirement party was Mike Buckhead. So a little fun fact.
No, absolutely. Shout out to him, for playing that part, that role. That worked out really well. And
then it's kind of funny when it was his retirement, we used Olivia as an excuse. So it was like a catch-22. K-Dot coming out strong. I do agree, and I mentioned this on this week's show, that right now the tight ends are doing the dirty work blocking. The offensive line's weaker. But now O'Keefe's out. Payne Durham's going to try and replace him. Great, but we have more of a pass catch tight end skill set. And now with the Bucs offensive line being more in formation with Bredesen and Barton going back home and Worst returning, they could use Ott and Culp and Payne potentially in the pass game more. So the tight end room's changing for 2 reasons. The injury to O'Keefe. Hope he gets healed up soon. Friend of the show, Jerry Linda, we wish you well. The Key family, great people. And J-Lo, the return of Worst. J-Lo, that leads us to our Bucs score predictions. What say you?
I'm going to say give me Bucs 28, Philadelphia 23. I think the Bucs are going to play them really strong. I just see them having the lead most of the time, kind of like what they did last year. And just look out for Shepard. I think he's going to be a key contributor on that offense, getting the ball rolling on those key third down plays.
Our Gators will somehow lose on a bye this week, J-Lo. That's what Buckin says. And J-Lo, this holds true as well. Cade, and a lot of people who read the stat sheets, the stat sheet sniffers, don't see stuff like this because Cade Otten has emerged as a better blocker right in front of our eyes, J-Lo. But everyone's saying, hey, he's not involved, no catches.
They can say what they want. At the end of the day, if you're a real Bucs fan, you've been watching him play, see what he does in the blocking, creating holes for our running backs. So for the most part, I'm not too worried about K-Don. Now that Works is back, I think we'll see him going out for catches and make those key plays too. We still got so much football left. I mean, we're just getting started, really, if I'm going to be honest. So, but K-Don, I think, will start getting some catches, getting some touches with the ball.
Bud Cannibals. It'll be a close one, 24-23 Bucs. I like that score prediction. I got 30-27, J-Lo. That's what I'm going with. I think Chase McLaughlin's solid again. 3 more field goals, bada bing, bada boom. 3 extra points for the big guy as well. And we win. And I had to wake up early to get my blood drawn. They said I definitely bleed red and pewter. I love that. And
Nice.
don't forget to wake up early tomorrow, Richard. We got a game across the pond, J-Lo. So we get early football tomorrow.
Oh, we do. That's right. Who is it? Not Packers. Pittsburgh and somebody. I don't know. But anyway, I'll take the morning football. I just can't remember who it is. I know it's Pittsburgh, but I don't know who they're playing.
Yeah. I think we might. I mean, and that's a beautiful thing about having interchange. And it's Vikings Steelers, J-Lo. But that's that's a beautiful thing about having interchangeable offensive linemen. You could play them anywhere. I'd personally keep it. Barton just played left tackle and center. You don't want to make another position right now. Maybe in the offseason you could look into something. But right now, I don't hate the idea of Cecil, but I would just keep it as is. You don't want to keep playing musical chairs. But J-Lo, it's going to be time for our Bucs bets. As I got 30-27 Bucs. You got 28-23 Bucs. We have 24-23 Bucs score prediction from Bud Cannibals. Get your predictions in chat. We love it all as we're going to be doing our Bucs bets now. J-Lo, you ready to win the people some money with some Bucs bets as Joey Nips will be joining here shortly?
Absolutely, man. Let's add it up, man. Bucs game plus win some money to go with it. I'm all for it. Let's do it.
Let's clap for the money. So, J-Lo, we're going to go in. And remember, with some guys questionable, although a guy like Godwin's likely to play, some of the props still might be a little limited. Remember last week when the Bucs weren't sure if Ibuka could play and we tried to do this, some of the prop bets are limited, so we'll see which ones we could get. But J-Lo, if you could only bet one, $10 on the Bucs money line to win straight up would win you $16, or would you take the Bucs plus 3.5 points if you could only choose one? As Buckin says 27-21 Bucs. And Cecil says 31-20 Bucs.
I would take the plus 3 for sure. Absolutely.
Plus 3.5. So you
3.5,
think?
my bad.
So you're not 100% confident in the Bucs, son. Which is fine. I mean, that's what this is for. The 3.5.
I know it's just so tough, but no. Let me go back. No. I won't go with that. No.
So you're going with the money line or the 3.5?
Money line, yes, sir. Money line.
I love it. All right, J-Lo, out of the touchdown scorers, which of the two quote-unquote big wigs would you bet $10 on to score? If you bet 10 on Bucky Irvin to score a touchdown and he does, you'd win 10. If you bet $10 on Emeka Egbuka to score and he does, you'd win $15.50.
I'm gonna go with Emeka Egbuka. I think Booker gets a tutty. I like Ibuka's chance a little bit more than Bucky this week on the touchdown.
I'll go with the next one. Chris Godwin is listed. Chris Godwin is times 275 touchdown. So 10 would win you $27.50, or K-Dot, and 10 would win you 28. Is Jimmy says he wants to know what Joey thinks about the Colts. He should be on soon to share those thoughts, hopefully. Tyler, best team, best podcast. We thank our guy T Sharp, friend of the shows, listener of the shows. We appreciate that. Bud says, give me Godwin all day. This is a tough one to me because I do think the tight ends are going to get more involved. I do think Godwin's going to be involved as well, but as Puckhead says, 33-28 Bucs.
Love it.
Give me Otten, just because of red zone threat. I think Godwin is a better all-around game than Otten, but I think Otten has a better chance to score in the red zone. Yeah, that's crazy, Buck. And Eagles, Bucs can't get enough of each other. Although 2 years ago, I think it was week 3. I could be wrong on that, but I think the Monday night game was week 3 last year, and this year we're week 4. J-Lo, Rashad White, Sterling Shepard, or Baker Mayfield to run one in. Rashad White 10 would get you 34. Sterling Shepard 10 would get you 39. Or if Baker gets a touchdown, not including passing, 10 would win you 45.
I'm gonna go with Baker, man. Give me Baker the dog scrambling in on that one.
Another big day for McLaughlin, 26-23, Rich says. Next up, Tez Johnson, 10 would win you 80. Ryan Miller, 10 would win you 100. Give me Ryan Miller. He's proven he could get into the end zone. He's proven that he could find that couple touchdowns last year, one this year. I love Tez, and I think he does have big playability, but J-Lo, he's not returning right now, so it's not like he could get a punt or kick return, and he hasn't really played a lot of snaps yet. So give me Ryan Miller in that one. Buckin, yep, that's okay. Familiar spot, same spot type thing. Bud Cannibalist says Baker as well, as Joey Nips is joining. Joey, can you hear us? How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Don't know why I'm trying to get on YouTube and the video says not working or something. I don't know. Doing great though this morning, fellas. Looking forward to a great college football slate. To the best of the best. Let's get it on.
Yeah, we do have a live, lovely chat right now going on. Buckin says, yep, it was week 3. That's all right, Buckin. Big Joe in the house, Jimmy Coletta says. And there we go. So, yeah, we do have Big Joe. But, Joey, we're doing our Bucs bets, finishing our Bucs-Eagles talk right now. You get the long shot touchdown. Would you bet $10 on Sean Tucker to win 220? Payne Durham to win 190? Cam Johnson to win 220, or Devin Culp to win 300?
Oof. I'll take Payne Durham.
I don't mind that. Wow, Jimmy's sparking a rivalry, Joe. What say you?
Yeah, no, because he was dead wrong on the Colts because he said they would stink this year. Guy wasn't very bright on his prediction. He got it wrong, and he's paying for it now. So the Colts and Bucs have both beat 3 teams with 1 win total. So if you want to go on that brigade, say it in the mirror at least, my friend.
Hey, well, yeah, but I mean, that's your right. Don't bring the Bucs into your guys' beef. Let's go now.
Is he a Bucs fan or no?
No.
Oh, who's he a fan of?
The Bears.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Yeah, so let's keep the Bucs out of this, all right?
I didn't say anything negative. I just pointed out a fact.
I know, but we beat the Texans for you guys, so you should be thanking us.
I'm damn happy about that. Thank you.
Total passing yards by the player, J-Lo. Baker Mayfield over under 219.5.
Noah Big's a dog over.
I like that. A lot of hype that the Bucs should have drafted Jihad Campbell. This game will show that. He's had a great year, but with the Bucs injuries and stuff, you can't really be mad about the Igbuka pick, who's had a great year as well. Our guy R.L. Wolf, if you go 3-1 in the first quarter of the season, that's a good sign. Yeah, exactly. If you can, well, we want to go 4-0. Let's not think like that, right? But I do agree, still not a bad thing to do. Exactly. Emeka is actually ranked 4 spots above Jihad in rookie production. Igbuka's 1, Tyler Warren 2, and I think Jihad Campbell was 5. So very good showings all around there, but Jihad a little bit behind Igbuka on the production side. Joey, you get Baker Mayfield touchdown passes over under 1.5. $10 on that would win you 12 if he gets 2.
I'm going to take the over because the Eagles' defense seems pretty stout against the run with their big D line. I think Baker, obviously he's playing really good football. So I'll say he has 2 touchdown passes tomorrow.
Yep, I like that. Pat Donovan, friend of the program's WDAE, host of the Pat and Aaron show, says that's an automatic lock every week, although it didn't hit last week, but he says it's an automatic lock there. So moving on here, we're going to go to let's see what's next. I think it's interception, J-Lo. Are you betting on Jalen Hurts to throw an interception or not? If he throws one, J-Lo, $10 would win you $11.
I say yes. I think we will pick him off. I say over. I don't think he's gonna be able to read defense very well when it comes to playing the Bucs. So pick.
Joey Emeka Igbuka over under 65.5 receiving yards tomorrow.
I'll say over. I mean, Mike Evans is hurt. Godwin will be limited in his first game back, I would assume, to some playing snaps. So I'm going to go over on Ibuka there.
Buckin says going out on a limb, I think Jamel Dean gets another pick this week. Did you see the Baker Mayfield mic'd up where he's like, oh my God, he caught it, he caught it, he caught it. He's clapping, giggling, like in disbelief. J-Lo, Sterling Shepard, 33.5 over under.
I'm going over. I think he's going to be really reliable, like I mentioned earlier. I definitely think he'll definitely go over that.
Joey Godwin, you get as well, 33.5 over under.
I'll go over because I just think he'll end up having a big play at some point that will spark things up. So I'll go over.
J-Lo, Bucky Irving, 24.5 over under receiving yards.
Over.
Okay. So we think it's going to be more of a passing game tomorrow than running game tomorrow with the Eagles defensive line. Hopefully Baker's all healed, ready to roll. Rushing yards, Joey, Bucky Irvin, over under 61.5 rushing yards.
Everything can't be over, so I'll say this one is slightly under.
And remember, the Bucs are the only team in the NFL with 11 straight games of 100-plus rushing yards, which is pretty impressive. We hope that could continue, but the Eagles are going to be a tough team to continue that against. Richard, I keep saying this, Bowles lives rent-free in Hurt's head and will be forced into making a couple mistakes. That would be nice if we could. It'd be much better if we were better at getting pressure with the front four instead of leaving the secondary thin. Yeah, front four will get there. I'm confident in that. J-Lo, Baker Mayfield, 17.5 over under rushing yards tomorrow.
I don't want to see him run as much and get hit more, but I think he will. I think he'll get a bit scramble. Just, that one bit scramble play that'll definitely be right over. So I'd say over.
And Joey, you get Rashad White at 15.5 rushing yards.
I'll go over because that's where I think it's going to be a mix where, Bucky will get 50-some. Rashad will get 30 to 40-some. I think he's going to play a good role tomorrow, Rashad.
And I like the Rashad and Baker overs. I think with Baker's arm a little banged up, he might run a little bit more as well. And I know it's kind of counterproductive, but we'll see how that goes. J-Lo, you get Chase McLaughlin, if it wants to pull up here. Game field goals. Over under 6.5 total points off the leg of Chase McLaughlin, J-Lo.
Well, because my prediction, I said 28, so that's 4 touchdowns. I'm going to go under. Because he'll be slightly under if we throw 4 tutties.
Joey, you get over under 1.5 field goals for Chase McLaughlin.
I'll go over.
And then that'll do it for our Bucs bets. Joey, if you just want to say score prediction and player of the game before we move on. Bud Cannibalist says Reddick sack. Yeah, the sack odds are not out yet, probably because Logan Hall, they want to see if he's playing or not. It's interesting like that sometimes. But Joey, score and player of the game for the Bucs before we keep moving on.
Man, I've been going back and forth on this one because when you're playing such a good team in the defending champs, that's where the injuries could show a little bit more, and sometimes depth doesn't always step up. In the Bucs case, it usually does. Oh man. I'm going to go overtime, Bucs game-winning field goal, 27-24. Player of the game, I'll give it to Baker Mayfield, 27-24 overtime win.
I went with the Aura Farmer, Vita Vea as a player of the game. J-Lo went with Sterling Shepard. Joey goes with Baker Mayfield. So good picks all around there. As we do move on to the 3-0 Colts led by Seth the Flow Ertz. He has his team playing really good. He has his team fired up. Joey, your Colts are 3-0. This is our Colts. This is our team. We love them. Tomorrow against the Rams, what say you?
Yeah, I don't mention that human at all. 3-0 Colts, baby.
Hey, Indiana Jones wants to meet him.
Led by he has to say that online. He has a good hot streak going. He has to.
Come on, hater.
But that being said, it's going to be, man, the Rams really blew that game last week, getting a couple field goals. Block had the 19-point lead at the half. I wonder if that almost keeps him in the dumps a little bit, but under Sean McVay, that doesn't seem to be the case. So A little worried about tomorrow's game. We have some injuries with Kenny Moore being out, Alec Pierce, but as you guys know, it's just next man up. Overall, I think we'll probably, if I had to give a score prediction, I think we'll probably lose by 3, but that would cover the spread. So that's where I'll be on that. You know, anything could happen in the NFL. Look at the Browns just put the Packers to the woodshed last week, especially after that joke of an interception by Jordan Love. So you never know what could happen in the NFL, especially when two great teams play. So Jonathan Taylor, you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's. They don't let up a lot of rushing yards, and Daniel Jones the same. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm just proud of Seth and the way he is. These guys fighting for Big Irsay, for Daniel Jones, for the state of Indiana. And Indiana's had a magical year in sports. Even without Caitlin Clark, the Fever have produced. The Pacers made the finals. Now Seth's Colts are on a tear. J-Lo, thoughts on Seth and what he's doing for this Colts team?
I'm telling you, he's just getting them going. They're playing at a high level that I've never seen. Starting off 3-0, it's huge.
I love this guy, man. He is the man. And if you guys haven't watched it, this is our Colts vids this year.
Don't bother. It's a waste of your time.
He starts off now. He has a rocket of an arm. If you're the Dolphins and Tua goes down, you might have to look into this kid because he's a good QB prospect. But Joey, we'll go around and say our predictions now, and I'll start. Then we'll go to Joey. We'll go to J-Lo. I think the Colts are going to have to out-physical the Rams, which is never easy with the Sean McVay-led team. But this is going to be one of those games that will be physical. I think you're going to see some of Daniel Jones' first mistakes this year. It's how he'll respond from those mistakes late in this game to see if he could lead the Colts back. Because every QB makes them. It happens. It's normal. Even the best of the best make mistakes throughout the year. It's a blessing he hasn't made any yet. This Rams team will probably get 1 to 2 turnovers. I think Daniel Jones will have the ball in his hands, down a couple of points, trying to lead a go-ahead game-winning drive. Will Indiana Jones have it in him? It's going to be tough, but I think the Colts could pull this one off, and Bucs fans will be rooting for the Colts. I think it's going to be an ugly game, an ugly Colts win. Devontae Adams, questionable, a little banged up. I think Indiana Jones has 2 picks, but a game-winning drive and a Colts victory. Give me the Colts winning a fun one. I think they're down probably 21-17 late in this one. End up going up 24-21 and never looking back. I got Colts on top 24-21. And my player of the game, Tyler Warren's going to get into the end zone tomorrow for this Colts team. Joey, what say you?
I'm almost tempted to go with the opposite. I'll go 24-21 LA in a good one. I don't think I don't think we're going to struggle too much. They do have really good defense. Verse leads the way there, but this offense is still humming. But then again, our struggle has been the red zone lately. So if we can convert in the red zone, the Rams are really screwed because we have the most points per game and no turnovers without being good in the red zone to this point in the season. But like I said, we might find ourselves in some trouble here and there. Sean McVay, I'm not worried about the road game or anything because that's not a road game out there. It's a relaxing environment. The fans are half-assed, but 24-21 Rams. My player of the game for the Colts, though, I'm going to say Josh Downs has his first big game of the year because there's a lot of weapons in Indy, and it's his time to step up. I think he'll have 6, 7, 8 catches tomorrow. So that's where I'll go with that in a fun game.
Yes, Pierce is probably out too, right? So,
he is, for sure.
Yep, there you go. Breaking news, Justin Fields is going to play on Monday. I know it's a different game, but that just became official. Justin Fields cleared concussion protocol. J-Lo, Seth's Colts at the Rams of LA, 4:05 Eastern. Who you got?
I think at this point, Jonathan Taylor has been running the ball pretty well. I think the Colts will
Is he the offensive player of the year right now, would you say?
He's on a good pace to get to it. Absolutely. The guy's a stud. He's pretty much back to where he was.
And not to cut you off, I'd say MVP, but we know it's just a quarterback's award at this point.
Unfortunately. And it shouldn't be like that. There should be other positions that should fill that.
But even when he rushed over 2,000 yards, he got hosed in 21. It just doesn't go to them, right? Cooper
Between Yeah, MVP and what's the other one, Joe? They were the comeback player of the year. It's like they already predetermined like who pretty much the criteria is. So they got to create other awards that are meaningful. Like this year, they created the enforcer of the year for the O line. But yeah, right now, MVP and comeback player, they're so watered down with their, viewpoints and tactics. But carry on, J-Lo. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. But I think the Colts pull out a really close win, 23-20. I like Jonathan Taylor run the ball really well to kind of help take pressure off Danny Dimes. I think they'll be able to manage the ball and get a game-winning field goal to beat the Rams and stay undefeated.
Richard says, happy to see Danny Dimes making a comeback, relatable to Baker, relatable to Sam Darnold as well, right? Maybe Justin Fields too, if Justin Fields could turn this Jets team around. Alex Smith did it. He was kind of the one to set that trend where San Fran gave up on him back in the day, and he went to Kansas City and got them in the playoffs a couple of times. So, you're starting to see a new wave of NFL teams giving up on these young guys too quickly, and then they go and have success elsewhere. And it's really a beautiful thing to see, and it's really a shame on a lot of these owners that they kind of just toss these youngins out too quickly. But fellas, speaking of too quickly, we're going to go ahead and do our college football spread 'em. Spread them if you got them here on the Buccaneers podcast, the world of college football. We're going to go over all the latest and greatest big games of the weekend with the spreads in college. No spreads in Red Eyes NFL, but in college, we do the spreads. You gents ready? Or as DX would say, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
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 Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to start, rip the Band-Aid off. Number 22 ranked in the country. Played an Irish Notre Dame. Traveled to a tough SEC competitor. Arkansas Razorbacks. Razorbacks are plus 4.5. Noon Eastern. Joey, we'll start with you on this.
Yeah, Notre Dame started slow, but they're going to get a blowout win today. It will be close for the first quarter, maybe even first half, but Notre Dame's offense is pretty high-powered, and I think they'll finally get the defense back on track for the Irish's first big win of the year. Arkansas is decent, but they also took an L last week, I believe, against Memphis. Could have got the team down, but I think Notre Dame wins in a blowout tomorrow. Carr has a really good game.
Yeah, today, but same. Hey, we knew what you meant. J-Lo, Notre Dame, Arkansas.
I like Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame will get a big win over Arkansas. May look a little rusty at the first quarter or two, but then second half, Notre Dame just finishes them off.
Yeah, if you look at Notre Dame, not to gloat about losses, but they have the best 2 losses in the country probably this year, or almost close to it. So,
and they must win out. And
if it sounds familiar, right, they were just in the spot 1 year ago. But the difference is this year they lost to really good competition. Last year they lost to NIU. So this even looks better on a resume, although it's 2 losses. Give me Notre Dame by 7 in this one. I got Notre Dame 27, Arkansas 20. Joey, Rutgers at Minnesota starting here in a couple of minutes. Minnesota -4 at home. Greg Schiano, terrible loss last week against Iowa.
Who's getting the 4.5?
Minnesota's -4.5 at home against Rutgers.
Oof, man. I'll take Rutgers in the points in a very ugly football game.
J-Lo, to me, this one's a fun one. Undefeated Central Florida getting 6 points on the road at a very underachieving Kansas State, but they are coming out of a bye week.
I say Kansas State goes into rejuvenation mode, and they give UCF their first loss. They've been embarrassing this year, and I think now they get it rolling after a bye week. Give me with Kansas State with the upset.
Joey, noon Eastern, Cincinnati plus 5.5 at Kansas. 3-1 Kansas, 3-1 Cincinnati.
Yeah, this game's on TNT. Should be, you never hear that too much with all the different TV.
Yeah, now it's crazy. You get WGN, WCIU, TNT. You get college football everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at this. Kansas offense is just explosive. I know they've played one more game than Cincinnati, but it seems as if they really got the good things going on with Daniels little bro over there. Don't forget about that and his 12 touchdowns. So give me Kansas by 7-10.
I love Daniels. He's a competitor. I remember when he was backing up Bean, the Indianapolis Colts practice squad quarterback, when Bean was at Kansas. Daniels had to play a couple times. Both fun quarterbacks over there. J-Lo starting in 10 minutes. 16th ranked undefeated Georgia Tech minus 13.5 on the road against rival Wake Forest in a matter of moments.
I like Georgia Tech. I think they'll pull out a closer win.
Joey, Utah State at number 18th ranked Vanderbilt. I love Vanderbilt's quarterback. Padilla, he made a bet with Theo Vaughn the other week. If Vanderbilt won, Theo Vaughn got to take his mom on a date. That was pretty funny stuff. Joey, here Vanderbilt is 18th ranked in the country, minus 23.5 today, 12:45 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, and if Vanderbilt got the opportunity to go out with the beautiful singer that, works with Theo Vaughn, man, oh man, did he have a good week. Undefeated and an awesome smoke show date. Give me Vanderbilt all over them for that reason.
I love it. I love it. I love it. J-Lo, Ohio State, number 1 ranked team in the country at undefeated Washington. The spread opened up at 11.5. It's down to 8.5, which means the money's coming in on Washington. This one's 3:30 Eastern.
Yeah, I mentioned it on Campus Kickoff as part of the show. I did mention I like Ohio State at Washington. I think Washington's a much better team than last year, but I think Ohio State's going to be too much for them. Jeremiah Smith's going to go off on them.
Joey, 3:30 Eastern, number 11 ranked Indiana in a fun battle, minus 9 on the road at Iowa. Iowa's been a tough, fun team this year in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and I think Indiana's going to win today, but it'll be by 7 or less. That Iowa defense is very good. They'll make it a boring game, and Iowa will cover that spread on the cock. That's Peacock at 3:30 Eastern.
J-Lo, number 4th in the country, LSU, and Brian Kelly travels to Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss, number 13th ranked in the country. Ole Miss 2-point favorites at home, 3:30 Eastern.
And I think they stay the 2-point favorites. I think they get a big win at home against LSU. That was also on Campus Kickoff as well, if you want to check it out.
Campus Kickoff with J-Lo. I love it. And you got Toeing the Line with Joey Nips. Joey, speaking of Toeing the Line, Auburn, Texas A&M, number 9th ranked A&M, minus 7-point favorites at home, 3:30 Eastern. Yet another big game we get today.
Man, like you said, there are so many good games today. I think A&M, they're going to keep the success going. I know we didn't quite see it in yesterday's games with a team like Florida State. They had some struggles on the road, but A&M's at home. 6.5 is key. I think they win and cover that spread.
J-Lo, 4:15 p.m. Eastern, number 15th ranked Tennessee travels to Mississippi State. Mississippi State plus 7 on the road.
That's a tough one, man. Mississippi State's been playing some good football, but not today. I think Tennessee is going to go up there and beat them.
Joey, U of I, USC. This one's a fun one. U of I got scraped to oblivion last week, and people are lucky I'm talking about this. I won't name names, but people block out you could bet on Illinois in our state, so it's hard to work around. But Joey, USC minus 6.5 on Fox. 23rd ranked Illinois hosts 21st ranked USC at noon.
It being a home game for Illinois, and Coach Belima over there, he's a really good coach. He'll get him fired up today after that sad performance on NBC last week. I don't know if they're going to win the game, but they will cover Illinois in what will be a close one.
Agreed. J-Lo, we're back to the drawn board here. Arizona plus 5 at number 14th ranked Rocco Becht, and your best buddy Anthony Becht, 7 o'clock Eastern.
I don't know about best buddy, disappointing, but I'm going to go with Iowa State. I'll still root for his son, but his dad, whatever.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Sometimes you get those disappointing moments. Joey, before we get to the big boys, Virginia Tech, newly fired head coach, plus 10 on the road, 7 p.m. Eastern at NC State.
Wait, wasn't Beck the coach of that St. Louis Battlehawks, or is he still?
Yep, he snubbed me and J-Lo at the game last week, and he wore all Jets gear.
Oh, dear God.
Former Buck, just devastating.
What a loser. Can you tell me that game again that we're talking about now? That he got me so off track.
Virginia Tech plus 10 at NC State, 7 o'clock Eastern. Virginia Tech did just fire their head coach.
Virginia Tech's just as much as a loser as Becht is. So give me NC State. I was a big Rocco fan. Father just seems like a little bit of a scum sucker.
Yep, didn't even look at us. Oh, just terrible. 7:30 Eastern.
Hard to move the neck,
7:30 Eastern. 17th ranked Bama plus 2.5 at 5th ranked Georgia. We'll all do this one, starting with you, J-Lo.
Yes, absolutely. Alabama's playing a little bit better against, really bad teams, but they're going to struggle again going to Georgia. Tough environment. I like Georgia over Alabama.
Joey?
Yeah, I mean, after you see, again, I mentioned earlier, Florida State lost. They're the team that took Bama to the woodshed. I don't see Bama going on the road. I don't think it's going to be this big blowout that some people do, but I think Georgia wins this game by a touchdown.
Weird. I'm going to go Bama for no better reason other than what the hell, this is college football and, predict the unpredictable. Other than that, I have no rhyme or reason to go Bama. But after seeing last night's games, TCU went down, Florida State went down. You never know. Joey, game of the day, 6th ranked Oregon plus 3.5 on the road at Penn State, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
The blue-collar workers of Penn State, they always show up to the table. One of these games, he's coming with Nittany Lion. He comes out. He has a big day. They're playing duck hunt. All these good things are happening over. Coach Franklin's got him rolling. But I'm sorry, until he proves it to me, he is not winning this game. I need to see more. Give me the Ducks by a field goal or touchdown.
What say you, J-Lo?
I think Franklin does prove doubters wrong. Him being at home, where Penn State is very good at home, got a very strong defense. Oregon's good. Dante Moore is a stud. He is. But he's going to struggle tonight. And I say Penn State wins by a touchdown. Give me Penn State. We are.
Penn State, we're the best defense in the country. We have the best running back tandem in the country. We have a quarterback playing turnover-free football right now. These things align well when you face a team like Oregon. I was afraid of Oregon last year. That speed scared the crap out of me. All that speed's off their team. Tez Johnson's gone. Dylan Gabriel, gone. A lot of the guys that made him a competitive team last year, gone. I agree that it is a good team. Penn State, yes. Poker Guts says Penn State. Let's go. So give me Penn State here as well. I think this is a game that James Franklin gets over. And haters could hate, deservingly so. He hasn't proved it yet, but today I think he will. 2 more college games left before Red Eyes pick them. Joey, 7:30 Eastern. And expect big games out of both Penn State running backs tonight. I think both get into the end zone. They're both incredible players. Joey, Missouri, number 20th ranked team in the country at home against UMass. UMass plus 44.5 tonight.
Ooh, man, thank you for this doozy here. You know what? Wow, you winless against undefeated. Jeez, I was going to do everything in my power to take Massachusetts, but the only thing they have working for them is they have more letters in their name than Missouri. Give me Missouri all day.
Shaylo, 25th ranked BYU minus 6.5 at Colorado before he moved to Red Eyes Pick'em NFL.
Tough one. But I'm going to go with BYU. I think BYU will go into Colorado and beat them.
Joey, tomorrow morning across the pond, 9:30 a.m. Eastern in Europe. Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers. What say you?
This is, to me, one of the hardest games to predict of the weekend because both teams have been up and down. Obviously, you just mentioned Wentz starting as well. People are already starting rumors about will he start the whole – whoa. Backups are backups.
We know who Carson Wentz is, right?
Yeah, and backups are backups for a reason. Usually they start hot and it's a slow trajectory downward. Then Aaron Rodgers, he always saying some crap. He's like, I wish we would have went there earlier in the week. Guess what? You're not the coach. You don't choose. I'm going to take the Steelers by a field goal.
J-Lo, Chargers, Giants, 1 o'clock Eastern, Jackson Dart's debut.
Not going to be a fun debut. Chargers.
Whoa, that was easy for you, huh?
Woo!
Easy and said and done.
I get Titans, Texans in Houston. Give me Houston. They need a win badly. Titans just look like one of the worst teams in football right now, with the Saints down there, with the Dolphins down there. Give me the Texans. I don't think it's a pretty win, but at this point, they just need any win they could get, seemingly. So we'll see about that. Joey, Panthers at Patriots, 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow.
This Patriots, if you watch your highlights last week, they were just botching the ball around like no other. I haven't been overly impressed with the Panthers offense, even though they got a win. I think Vrabel squeaks one out tomorrow. I know this ain't about cover. I don't like the spread, but I do think the Patriots win straight up.
J-Lo, you get next here. I agree. I think Mike Vrabel does. You get Browns at Lions, J-Lo. Will the Browns be able to keep their hot streak going, 1 o'clock Eastern?
No. Lions are not going to be pulling what the Packers did last week. Lions are going to win big over the Browns.
Yeah, A.O. Maynor is a great wide receiver. I liked him a lot at Stanford. J-Lo knows that last year, so good choice there. 1 o'clock Eastern, Commanders at Falcons. Give me Marcus Mariota and the Commanders getting an upset road victory at the Falcons. Joey, Buffalo, biggest favorites of the day. Home against the Saints tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Any chance Spencer Rattler upsets the apple cart?
I do agree with Poker Guts. I do need Travion Henderson as well. He's been off to a slow start here, but the Saints have as good a chance of winning that football game as J-Lo does beating me in a wrestling match. It's slim to none. Give me Buffalo by 21.
J-Lo, Jaguars and Duval at San Fran, 4:05 Eastern.
That one's going to be a really intriguing game. It really will be. I think it'll be a close one, but I like the Niners over the Jaguars.
Give me the Ravens over the Chiefs at 4:25 on the road tomorrow in Kansas City. Joey, 4:25 Eastern, Bears at Raiders of Vegas tomorrow.
I've gone back and forth on this one a lot. I remember when they played several years ago, and right after all the Gruden stuff when Bisaccia took over, it was a pretty good game. The Bears won on the road. I think the Bears, with their bye week coming up, not so fast. Pete Carroll at home gets the slim victory.
Wow, Pete.
Since he finally has a game.
Pistol Pete. Pistol in the party. Wow, Colts at Jimmy coming at the Colts after you took his
again.
down.
Jimmy, a 1-2 Bears fan. He's been struggling his whole life. It's been very sad. Every time the Colts play the Bears, Super Bowl took them to the woodshed. Last year took them to the woodshed. We got our first year of the win thanks to that sadness. So thank you, Jimmy, for all you do.
Wow, Poker Guts saying Bears are going to win their division. Wow.
Whoa. Wow.
That's bold. That's really bold.
J-Lo, you get the Micah Parsons Bowl, Green Bay against the senile Jerry Jones.
I think the Cowboys beat the Packers.
No way.
I think Jerry gets a little best of Micah Parsons,
Yeah, that's when I just skipped that because it's not even going to be a game. Packers by 20. Jets, Dolphins. I'm kidding, J-Lo. You never know. But give me Jets, Dolphins is a tough one, man. Ow. Give me the moonwalking man, Aaron Glenn on the road with Justin Fields. Yeah, give me that 7:15 Eastern, part of a Monday night doubleheader, Joey, which leaves us with Bengals Broncos 8:15.
I think Broncos have been struggling, but they get a win tomorrow. I don't think, again, I know it's not spread. I don't think they'll cover, but I think the Broncos win in a slim margin.
Before we get to our final word and our breadwinners, a little bit of a fantasy mash report and upcoming schedule. We'll be live Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Zach Johnson, Bucs by 30, and myself on Man Cave Monday, previewing a big Bucs-Eagles, hopefully victory as well. You just wait, Joseph. Says Jimmy
Thank you for the empty threat. Move on.
Puckhead with you and Ant With you, Ant. Yep, there we go, Puckhead. Big pack.
Mr. H.
But Joey, you're gonna get this question. Daniel Jones or CJ Stroud tomorrow? Stroud against the Titans, Jones at the Rams.
Never give up, Jimmy C. I'll beat you anytime, any place, anywhere. Give me Danny Football Indiana Jones dimes.
J-Lo, would you play Wan'Dale Robinson or Chris Godwin tomorrow?
Whew, tough one. But just because the Giants, they're not that good. Give me Godwin. I'll take Godwin over Wan'Dale Robinson.
Mr. Magic, Joey going to the game. Or not Joey, J-Lo's going to the game. I'm sorry. But J-Lo will be at his 4th Bucs game of the year this week, actually. So,
whose toes are you painting?
I just say Mean Gene and Plus from Bro Bucksaw will be sitting together around Eagle fans, but we're not worried. We're not scared of them. Gonna be drinking a lot more water.
It's time for our breadwinner segment now, and our final words of the program. I would go. That's a tough one. I gotta lean with Bake. I think he's gonna get a lot of rushing yards to make up for it tomorrow. J-Lo, we'll start with you. Breadwinner and final word for the program, my brother.
So a breadwinner, I'm gonna go with Tennessee on the spread, 7.5, I believe. I'm gonna go with Tennessee on the spread. And final word is
Tennessee who? Titans,
I'm sorry, Volunteers, Mississippi State. My bad.
First and who?
No, I'm saying Tennessee's playing Mississippi State, but I got Tennessee on the spread, 7.5.
They're minus 7.5. All right.
Yes, sir.
I think it was minus.
What a breadwinner, not wow.
I think it was
going on.
Minus down to 7. Yeah, it reminded me of Doug back in the day. What say you, J-Lo? Final thoughts for the program, my friend.
I'm excited for the football game tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one, really hot. And
stay hydrated.
Yeah, I will stay hydrated for sure. There'll be a lot of Eagle fans passing out pretty much by the 3rd quarter. But have fun, y'all guys. Go Bucs, go Colts, and have a great weekend.
Yeah, Poker Guts, we're going to count that because we do count when we get him in the comments. So we're 19-9 on the season in breadwinners, by the way, and we're plus $168 overall. So that is very good stuff right there. 19-9, pretty impressive, plus 168 overall. My final word is fire the damn cannons, go Bucs and Colts. Get to 4-0 tomorrow somehow. Keep battling, keep fighting any way you can, fellas, and get those damn victories. Fire the damn cannons, let's go Bucs. For the shoe, Seth does it.
I got to get my lock.
Yeah, I still got to get mine too, brother. Don't worry.
Well, it sounded. Sorry, it sounded like we were. Never mind.
Central Michigan money line is my breadwinner. 20 to win you 15. So give me Central Michigan 20 to win you 15 on the money line. Joey, that leaves us with you. Now, floor is all yours, my friend.
Yeah, I jinxed myself with the damn sneezing attack. I hope Pittman goes magic too, to the end zone. That is. I'm going to take 49ers money line tomorrow is my lock. Jaguars 2-1, but I think Lawrence turns it over too much and the 49ers win. 49ers money line for Mr. Joey Toes.
I love it, guys. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Saturday. Joey Nips, J-Lo, Tampa Tones, along with Gene, Bucs by 30, Zach Johnson, and the rest of the gang. We appreciate you guys. We know it was a little later today, but we're getting the toes out. Time to get the hell out of here. Buffalo money line over New Orleans. Well, yeah, I love that lot.
This is for that Eagles fan earlier today. A stinky.
Oh boy, we're out. Fire the damn cannons. Put your toes away. Oh my Lord. J-Lo, Joey, have a great weekend, gents. We'll see you Monday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Go Bucs, go Colts. Enjoy the great game Saturday. Go Penn State, Notre Dame. And enjoy the Monday Night Football doubleheader. Those are always a lot of fun. God bless. Be safe, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Peace. Fire the damn cannons. Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But How was that moment for you? You know, seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, you know, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, you know, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just say, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Yeah, catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it's just it was fun to watch. And yeah, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccaneers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. You know, growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, hey, you know, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, you know, once he took over Rich McCann, I'm still like, but look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then kind of make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccaneers, a wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccaneers. You're tapped in, and here we go.